I'll take your word for it if that's the case. Right now then, let's introduce our guest on the show tonight. Very pleased to say hello to Ian from the Go team. How are you, Ian?
Pretty good.
Yeah, thanks for coming in on the show.
It's all right.
What have the Go team been up to since we last saw you? Because it feels like forever since we last saw you.
Yeah, what have you been doing? Just dribbling and staring into space, rocking back and forth, and watching Diagnosis Murder.
You've been working hard, haven't you? Let's be honest.
Yeah, of course.
Touring,
yeah. I've had a kiddie as well, which kind of...
Oh, congratulations.
which is a diversion as well.
But is that your first?
A good one. Yeah.
That's changed your life a little bit then, hasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And, just touring, writing songs, kiddie stuff, all of that.
So it's literally no time to stare in space at all. The only dribblings come from your kid. Is it a boy or a girl?
Boy.
What's his name? Franklin, lovely. So you've been working on new material. Tell us about the process. Have you sort of, you're a band who've always experimented and just sort of gone for it. Well, how's the new album panning out? What new things have you put into the album that perhaps you've not done in the past?
Well, I guess it's possibly more melodic than before. There's lots of sort of songwriting and kind of songwriting driven songs, so we're not just kind of grabbing samples and start shoving them together. It's often the songs are written on acoustic guitar and locked down, and then you'd kind of flesh it out with samples, that kind of stuff. But lots of trial and error, lots of hoarding samples and listening to records all day and squirreling them away basically and trying things out.
Is it a frantic album? Your albums in the past have been 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, I think there's a bit more light and shade on this one actually. It's more I think the last record was possibly pretty hard going if you could listen to it in one sitting, what I mean? It was like an onslaught.
Yeah, you came out sweating at the end of it.
Yeah.
In a nice way.
I think this one has moments of that, because there always will be, do you know what I mean? But there's definitely light and shade. There's kind of moments which are like little kind of Radiophonics workshop kind of interlude songs, or a kind of windswept kind of western kind of breakbeat kind of songs, and lots of kind of girl group influences as well,
What sort, when you say girl groups, are we sort of 60s?
Yeah, like the Shangri-Las and that kind of Californian psych kind of stuff as well, and hip-hop stuff, but quite woozy, quite sort of a bit like kind of Boards of Canada, but if they did like a hip-hop song with Roxanne Shante, that's kind of the way I imagine things.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Do things come out the way you imagined them to start with? Because I know you must be fiddling it with your tracks an awful lot and playing with them and changing them around. Do they ever finish exactly how you imagined them?
No, not really. I mean, I started off this record wanting to make it really cut and paste, as if you're flipping channels on a radio, and you can sort of see the joins between the samples, and it's really sort of schizo. But it kind of wound up being more songwriter driven, more sort of conventional songwriting. Things never turn out how you imagine, but they always start with one kind of kick-ass idea that you really love. Like it could be a chorus or it could be an intro or whatever, and it kind of grows out from there. You try little things next to it, and so it's kind of like it's quite a sort of trial and error kind of process, rather than me sitting down and just knocking out songs. You know what I mean? It's kind of graft.
Excellent. Well, the album it comes out on the 31st of January.
Yeah.
The album is called Rolling Blackouts. We've been playing the track Tornado, which we love, which is another, it's called Tornado. It sounds like a tornado. But we're going to play right now a track that's not going to be in the album, but it's going to be a B-side.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about this track, 'cause it sounds... it's not one of your own, is it, this one?
No, it's actually a cover of a duo from the 60s called Betty and Karen, who I think they were like 16-year-old schoolgirls who were just like shoved in a studio by some Svengali or whatever. And it's a real obscure song. I challenge you to find it. It's called I'm Not Satisfied.
Excellent. So this is Go Team on Parton Juice on a 7.2. Go Team on Brighton's Juice 107.2. It's Tony Marks on the New Music Show. Thanks for tuning in to us tonight. Ian Parton from the Go Team is still with us, talking about the new album from the Go Team, which is called Rolling Blackouts. It comes out on the 31st of January. You must be looking forward to playing these tracks live. You've announced a tour, haven't you?
That's right, yeah. We're hitting the road in February, and then we're off to Europe in March, and then we're off to Australia in April, and Japan, and then we're off to America. And so yeah, it's going to be pretty hardcore. Hence, from here on in. Yeah,
playing Concord 2 on the 16th of February. What's the last time you played Brighton? Was it Loop Festival? We had a bunch of awful sound problems.
Oh, don't talk about Loop.
Yeah, that was...
it was like a bad dream.
It really was. The Ninja was not happy that day.
No, God. It really kicked off, didn't it? Like somebody fell off the tent and all sorts of
yeah,
stuff,
when Fujira and Miyagi were in the next room, it was...
yeah.
It was like a bad weekend, and it was just chucking it down with rain as well, which made things even worse.
I think that was the last time, wasn't it? And
that's the last time I remember.
That was a good couple of years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. Did you play in the Duke of York's?
That's right. Yeah, we did that as well. Yeah, for charity.
For charity, you are good charitable.
Save the roof.
Band.
We single-handedly saved the roof.
Yeah, those legs are still up there, hanging off the top of the roof, thanks to the Go Team.
Lovely ladies' legs. Yeah.
On the album, you've worked with Beth from Best Coast.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Ooh, well, I kind of write songs in a sort of topsy-turvy way, really. I mean, the songs are often written and then you sort of try and fit the voice to it. So I had a couple of songs which had a kind of Californian psyche kind of holiday kind of feel to them, you know what I mean? So I just sort of set about hunting people down and found her on MySpace, and this was actually like this time last year that she did
okay.
it.
So it was
kind of pre-hype, so it's pretty bizarre.
You got in well then. You chose well.
Yeah, maybe I should be like an A&R man or something. Do you know what I mean?
That might be the way to go. But a nice thing that you got her involved, and now they've, you've probably won yourself a whole bunch of new fans from Best Coast fans.
Maybe, or people just think we've jumped on the bandwagon.
Yeah, you might want to put a press release out on that.
It turned out well, and I think it was going to be the next single. It's called Buy Nothing Day. Pretty sort of jangly. And kind of a lot more melodic than people would expect from the Go Team, much more singy, song-based, Okay,
that should be interesting. And will it stay in the same form when you take it on the road, or do you? I know you like to rework things, don't you, when you're out on the road?
We have to rework things, and we're not bothered by that. You know what I mean? There's 6 of us in the band, 3 girls who can all sing, so we kind of definitely change things, and Ninja puts her own stamp on things, So yeah, we're not sort of slavishly trying to copy the record, and we couldn't do. It's like on the last record we had Chuck D on there, and we'd never be able to get him on the road.
As much as you'd love to do that.
So. Yeah. Flavor Flav maybe, but yeah.
Yeah, Flavor Flav's doing reality TV. There's no reason why he won't come on tour with you.
He'd be up for it.
He's just announced he's bringing out a range of fried chicken. Seriously, and a range of vodka as well. I think it's called Flavor Fried Chicken or something daft like that.
I'm always baffled by what Chuck D's doing with him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a bit of a desperado, isn't he?
I think he's just, he just worries about him. He's got to keep him employed, otherwise what else would Flavor Flav do?
Yeah, the flavour of life.
The single itself is available as a free download. I'd say it's a single, it's not actually a single, is it? It's a free download, just something to get people ready for the new album.
That's right.
Can I call it Tornado? I've been calling it Tornado.
Have you?
Yeah, a few times, and I just thought that's a bit...
You've got permission to call it Tornado.
I wanted to call it Tornado in front of you. I didn't want to say it wrong, and read it. It says Tornado. But this is is it still available on your website?
Oh yeah. It's all over the place. Yeah, it's on Pitchfork and all sorts. Yeah.
So if you want to get hold of the track we're just about to play you, go to thegoteam.co.uk where you can get at the track. We just call it Tornado, and we've got that approved by Ian, so that's all okay. But just to re-emphasise, Rolling Blackout comes out on the 31st of January. It's going to be a full UK tour starting in February. Concord 2 on the 16th of Feb. Tickets available now, aren't they? I've seen Concord 2 advertising those.
I imagine so, yeah.
Yeah, get hold of tickets for that one. It should be a good gig, and good to have you back. And the sound engineers know what they're doing at Concord 2, unlike at Loop Festival, where it's They let you down, didn't they?
Never again.
Never again, never. No festivals in Brighton. All festivals in Brighton just go tits up, don't they? We got to be honest.
Pretty much, yeah.
Ian, thanks so much for joining us tonight on the show. We're going to play Tornado here at Juice right now.